So let me check the nested if else block, guys. Nested if else block syntax. First of all, we will check the syntax. Okay. So just a minute. Let's check the syntax of simple if else block. So if condition, this is my first condition. I'm just going to write it down here, right? And inside this if condition block, we will have another if condition. That is, you can say a second condition, and whatever the statement you have to write, you can write down here. Then this particular if block will have the uh, else part, so you can check here. This is the else part of this inside. Why it is called the nested if else? Because we are writing one if condition that is inside of another outer if condition, so that's why it is called as a nested if else. Then this particular if condition will also have the else block, and that is here. That is particular here, we can say that else block. And inside of this particular else block, what we will have, we will have the same if else condition inside of this particular if else block. So now you can check, this is the complete proper syntax of your nested if else. Okay, the first condition inside, if this particular condition is true, it will come to the inside and it will check the next condition. If this condition is true, then it will come to the statement, means inside the if block. If this condition is false, then it will come to the else block. But just suppose if your first condition is not true, it's false, so it will come directly to the this outer if block. The part of this if part is basically the else part, so it will directly visit to the else part. If the first condition is false, so it will come to directly this else part, and again it will check if the condition is true, so if condition block will execute. If it is false, so else block will execute. So let's go and write down the code. So what code we can write down here? Let's accept one number and check the maximum number, right? So maximum, or you can say a biggest, okay, number, whatever you can say. So we have to accept a one number, means I'm going to take a one variable num equal to int function input, and I'll ask a message, enter one digit or one number, whatever you want to say. So this is what a number we have accepted from the user end, guys. Now we have to go with the syntax. We have to follow the syntax, this if else nested if else condition, right? So first condition I'm going to write here. What we have to do, whenever you have to find out the, you have to find out a biggest number or maximum number from among of these three numbers. So what we can do is exactly accept one number. Instead of that, I will ask accept three number, right? And check the biggest number. That is what a good question, right? Because accepting a one number and checking the biggest number is not going to be true. So accept a three number and check the biggest number, that is going to be true, right? So what I'll do exactly, num1, and similarly I will create another two variable, just change the variable name. So num2, num3. Fine, now it is a perfect, so we can follow this step and we can go ahead. So we are going to just compare all the variables value, from each other, so that we can find out the biggest number. So first I'm going to check num1 is greater than num2 or not. If num1 is greater than num2, just imagine your mind, guys. Okay, just think about it. First thing is that we have accepted a three number, because by accepting only one number, it is not possible to do comparison, because we have to find out the maximum number, right? So num1 greater than num2. If it is greater than, so I'm going to use the another condition inside of my if block. And that is another condition I'm going to compare, like num1 with num3, right? If num1 is greater than num2, so num2 is knockout, means num2 has gone, right? Now we are going to compare with the num3. If num1 is greater than num3, so inside of this block, I'm going to write a very simple message like num1 is maximum number, right? Num1 is a maximum number. Whatever the message you have to give, you can think about it. Else, if the num1 is not greater than num3, then which number will be greater, guys? Tell me. Which number will be greater? Definitely num3, because in the first condition we have compared with the num1 with the num2. Num1 is greater than num2, that means num2 is small. So num2 has gone. We are not going to consider. So num1 has come inside, your interpreter has come inside and check the num1 is greater than num3. Suppose if num1 is greater than num3, because there are only two possibility. If num1 is greater than num3, so it will come to else if block and print num1 is maximum number. Else, if num1 is not greater, means num3 is greater. So I'm going to write here the message print like num3 is maximum number, right? Okay. So num3 is maximum number. I'm just going to write here, right? Now else block of my outer if block. So this is the else block of my outer if block. Why? Because suppose if num1 is not greater than num2, then num1 is small. Means if your num1 is not greater than num2, means obviously num2 is greater than. So it will come to the else block because this first condition has false. It will come to the else block and here it will check if num2, because num1 has knockout. Okay, means we can say that num1 has not going to be considered, okay, for the next condition because num1 is right now small. So we are going to compare with num2 is greater than num3, right? If num2 is greater than num3, I'll just write down the message here that num2 is maximum number. If it is not, so it will come to the else block and I'm going to write the message here num3 is maximum number. Why? Because see, we can write this message based on our requirement. So what we are doing exactly here again, if the num2 is not greater than num3, if num2 is greater than num3 means num2 is greater, so it will execute the if block. If num2 is not greater than num3, so it's a condition false, it will comes to the else block and it will print num3 is a maximum number. So depends on the condition and we have to decide that which statement should execute. As a programmer, this is a statement you have to decide because you know the requirement of your client. So you know that that particular feature you have to integrate, like this kind of feature you have to integrate. So how you're going to integrate, how you're going to write the logic, this is the way you're going to write the logic, and this is the nested if else statement. Generally we try to avoid this type of things because here compiler going to check the one condition inside of the other condition. But if it is a requirement, this kind of requirement you have, you can go with that also. So this is the implementation of nested if else statement. And one thing always you have to remember, the flow of execution will be decided based on the condition is going to be true. If the first condition is true, it will come to this if block, right? This particular block. If the first condition is false, it will come and execute the else block part. Like in day-to-day life, what we do, guys, we take a lot of decision from morning, from since morning we wake up to night when we go to the bed for the sleeping. So till that moment, every time you take the decision what you have to do, what you don't want to do, so it is depend on the decision, that what will be the next action you have to take, that is going to be depend on that. Similarly here the flow of execution depends on this conditional statement, and it based on the condition it is going to decide. So thank you guys, we'll see you in the next lecture.